Hi there and welcome back to another Papetti Math YouTube video tutorial, where today I am going to be teaching you, yes you, Algebra 1. And in this video, we're going to continue on factoring trinomials when a is greater than 1. So we're going to be using the AC method, which we learned in the previous video, and we're going to continue with exercise number 2, where it says to factor the polynomials below using the method on the previous page, the AC method. So again, first, we always want to double check if we have a GCF. Do we have a GCF? The answer is no. So now we're going to use our AC method. We're going to take our A term and multiply it by our C term. And we're going to get 2x squared plus 3x minus 9. So minus 18 when we multiply. So we're going to have that x over here, and we're going to get negative 18, and we have to add to 3. So now we're looking for two numbers that multiply to negative 18 and add to 3. And we should be thinking 6 and 3 could get us there. How can we get them to be a negative 18 and a positive 3? Well, let's make the 3 negative and the 6 positive. 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. 6 minus 3 is positive 3. So now that we know that, we're going to start to factor. And when we factor, we're going to start off each parenthesis with a 2x and a 2x. And we're going to put that 6 and the 3 in there. And we know it's a negative 3 and a positive 6 from finding these numbers out. And our last step of the AC method is that one of these parentheses should be divisible by the A term, which is 2. Which one is divisible by 2? This first set. Whoa. So we divide that first set of parentheses by 2, and we're left with x plus 3 times 2x minus 3. And that is our final factorization of 2x squared plus 3x minus 9. Taking a look at 5x squared plus 19x plus 12, is there a GCF? And the answer is no. So again, we're going to multiply our A term times our C term, and we're going to get 60. And our B term is 19. So what two numbers multiply to 60 and add to 19? Pause the video if you need more time. Otherwise, it's going to be 15 and 4. 15 plus 4 is 19. 15 times 4 is 60. So they're both positive. We're going to open up two sets of parentheses, start each off with 5x in this case. And we're going to put our 15 and 4 in here, and we know that they're both going to be positive. Now our next step is to divide one of these parentheses by the A term. Which one's divisible? This one is divisible by 5. So I'll divide that first set by 5 and get x plus 3, because 5x divided by 5 is x. 15 divided by 5 is 3. And bring down my 5x plus 4. And this is my final factorization of part B, 5x squared plus 19x plus 12. Let's take a look at part C now. 3x squared minus 10x plus 7. There's no GCF. So what I'm going to do here is my AC method. And when I multiply A times C, I'm going to get 21. And my B term is negative 10. What two numbers will multiply to a positive 21 and add to a negative 10? You guessed it. If you didn't, pause the video. But, too late. It's negative 7 and negative 3. Negative 7 times negative 3 is positive 21. Negative 7 minus 3 is negative 10. So we're going to open up our two sets of parentheses. We're going to start each one off with not x, but 3x. And we know our two numbers are going to be negative 7 and negative 3. Now what we want to do is we want to divide one of these by the set that is divisible by the A term. So which one of these is divisible by 3? And that's the second set of parentheses right here. So we'll bring down our 3x minus 7. And 3x divided by 3 is x. And negative 3 divided by 3 is negative 1. So our final factorization is 3x minus 7 times x minus 1. And finally, in part D, we have 7x squared plus 6x minus 1, no GCF. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to have our AC term as negative 7, because 7 times negative 1 is negative 7. And our B term is 6. What two numbers will multiply to negative 7 and add to 6? Well, it's got to be 7 and 1. Those are the only two factors of 7. And what signs do we want to get a positive 6? Positive 7, negative 1. 7 times negative 1 would be negative 7. 7 plus negative 1 is positive 6. So let's open two sets of parentheses. Start each one off with 7x this time because our a term is 7. We know our two factors are going to be positive 7 and negative 1. And our final step is to divide one of these sets of parentheses by whichever is divisible by the a term of 7, which is the first one in this case. So when we divide that by 7, we get 7x divided by 7 is x. 7 divided by 7 is 1. And then multiply that by 7x minus 1 for our final factorization of 7x squared plus 6x minus 1. And if this video was helpful in factoring these polynomials using the AC method, please give this video a thumbs up, and you're now ready for our next exercise in factoring advanced trinomials. Thank you for watching.